world divides the times like this: before the cross and after the cross. That is the way they divide dates. But before Christ, many centuries had gone by, but that was the present evil century, because Moses was the one that headed those centuries. That's why the psalmist would speak about the centuries of centuries, because many centuries had gone by, but that was the present century that was evil. Number one, because Satan was standing. Satan was in effect. Number two, the law was enforced, accusing you. It was a ministry of death, the law. And three, sin was present. But then the great day of the Lord came. That's what the prophets prophesied. And what was the great day of the Lord? That when God became flesh, he went to the cross, he was resurrected, destroyed the devil, put an end to the law, and removed sin forever. As soon as Christ was resurrected, we entered the goods of the age to come. But the only one that knew that was Paul. The only one that knew that was Paul. Paul was the one that had the information of the coming age, but he was not believed, because his phraseology was not baptized with Moses. To the contrary, when they asked him, what do you think of Moses and of the commandments? He said, I was number one in that, blameless. And now what happened to you? But once I was raptured to paradise and they gave me information, that's a ministry of death. That you dare refer to Moses that way, that's not only death, that is condemnation. That you speak about Moses in that way, John, Peter, James, look at what this man thinks of what we love. And not only that is a ministry of death, not only that is of condemnation, but I have it as manure. You know what's manure? Can't say that word here. It's the crap that the animals digest after they eat. That you have that as manure, but that is the evil century in which Christ delivered us from on the cross. How are you going to continue with the law, continue keeping rudiments with Moses, if that's exactly for which Christ came to die on the cross of Calvary, to deliver us from sin, to deliver us from the devil? But there were men that were very perverse, that the Lord called them the prince of this world, that opposed Paul's message. Paul called those the ministry of iniquity within the church. No one knew about that. Who would have thought that the 11 apostles headed the ministry of iniquity? Pastor. But those are the heroes of the religious system of today. That is why that system is living in the present evil century.